31회 영어 듣기 말하기 모의고사 1번부터 17번까지는 듣고 답하는 문제입니다. 1번부터 15번까지는 한 번만 들려주고 16번부터 17번까지는 두 번 들려줍니다. 방송을 잘 듣고 답을 하기 바랍니다. 1번 대화를 듣고 여자의 마지막 말에 대한 남자의 응답으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Hello, Jake. Are you okay? You don't look very well.
Actually, I've had the flu all week.
I'm sorry to hear that. Is there anything I can do?
이 번 대화를 듣고 남자의 마지막 말에 대한 여자의 응답으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Would you like to go with me to visit my friend tomorrow?
That depends. Where does your friend live?
He lives in Busan. We could also visit the beach.
삼 번 다음을 듣고 남자가 하는 말의 목적으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
I'd like to welcome all the parents this afternoon. I appreciate your taking time to be here. I'm Mr. Reynes from the Yearbook Committee. With the upcoming release of this year's yearbook, I'd like to remind all parents that this is your last chance to submit a special message of congratulations to your children. It's a great way to remind your loved ones how special they are. All messages will be printed in the yearbook, and some of them will be read at the yearbook party. Because of the publishing deadline, it is necessary for all messages to be submitted no later than February 15th. Thank you for your attention, and we look forward to hearing from you.
사 번 다음을 듣고 광고 디자인에 대해 여자가 하는 말의 주제로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's seminar. A common mistake when designing an advertisement is trying to make it too fancy. The design should not be too complicated. The brightest colors and fanciest styles are not always the best choice. Also, use simple language and definitely do not try to pack in too much information. You want the ad to be attractive, but it shouldn't be too difficult for the consumer to absorb the message and information. In advertising, less is sometimes more.
오 번 대화를 듣고 두 사람의 관계를 가장 잘 나타낸 것을 고르시오.
She's a nice horse, but she looks a little ill. Look at the color of her eyes.
Yes, she hasn't been lively lately.
Well, can she still perform?
Yes, she does her tricks as well as always.
Because I do want to put her in shows.
I don't see a problem with that.
Has she been to a veterinarian?
Just 3 months ago. Everything was fine.
Still, I'm a little worried.
Look, I'll give you a guarantee. If she's not better in a week, you can bring her back and I'll return your money.
That sounds like a good deal, but I wish you'd teach her some more tricks.
I'm afraid that's your job now.
육 번 대화를 듣고 그림에서 대화의 내용과 일치하지 않는 것을 고르시오.
We need a picture of someone at this festival for our magazine cover.
I like the boy playing drums in a rock band.
No, we already used a photo of that band last year.
Then what about the student carrying a big sign with his school's name on it?
I think the boy wearing a superhero costume looks more interesting.
Oh, the guy holding out one arm like he's flying into the sky?
Yes. Oh, I also like those two, dressed up like a dog and a cat and holding hands.
They look adorable. But I decided to use a picture of that boy.
Who?
The one wearing a strawberry costume and handing out candy to children. I think that's the best shot.
(7번) 대화를 듣고 남자가 여자를 위해 할 일로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
I'm going crazy. I don't know if I'll be ready for the party on Saturday.
What can I do to help?
Well, I was just about to move the sofa,
No problem. Let me help.
but I'm still not sure where I want everything to go.
How about invitations? Should I call some people?
Not right now. I know. We need some snacks like potato chips.
Pretzels, drinks?
Yes, I can't get to the store anytime soon.
Well, I'll go right away. Just make me a list.
That would be a great help.
It's no trouble at all. It's going to be a great party.
(8번) 대화를 듣고 여자가 남자에게 부탁한 일로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Sue, I just wanted to tell you that I'm really sorry to see you go.
Thanks, boss. It's been great working here.
Well, you are on to bigger and better things. By the way, did you get a job lined up yet?
No, actually, that's what I needed to talk to you about.
What's that?
Well, I was wondering if you would give me a reference.
Sure, of course. Just give them my phone number and I'll tell them what a great worker you are.
I sure do appreciate that. But actually, I need a letter of reference.
Okay, that's no problem either.
I know it's kind of a lot to ask.
Not at all, Sue. I'm happy to do it.
(9번) 대화를 듣고 캠프 활동에 관해 두 사람이 언급하지 않은 것을 고르시오.
Hello? How can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a summer camp for my son and would like some information about yours.
Of course. Our camp is highly recommended. There are a lot of activities.
Such as?
We have a lake, so lots of water sports like fishing,
How about something more active?
kayaking, and we also have other kinds of boats like canoes.
What about horseback riding?
We take the children once or twice to nearby stables. It's optional.
I see.
Also, the hiking is beautiful here. It's a lovely area.
It sounds nice. I'll discuss it with my husband.
We'd love to have your son. Thank you for calling.
(10번) 대화를 듣고 기차의 출발 시간과 두 사람이 목적지에 도착하는 데 걸릴 소요 시간이 바르게 짝지어진 것을 고르시오.
The taxi was quick. We're here already.
Where should we go?
Well, it's almost 8 now. If we get on the next train, the one at 8, we'll be in Berlin by noon.
But I don't want to go to Berlin.
Okay, where then?
How about Hamburg?
Okay, then another train will get us there by noon.
Even better, it leaves an hour later.
That leaves us time to do some shopping.
And get something to eat.
Anyhow, we made a nice decision. Come to think of it, 4 hours is really too long to be on a train.
I think so. But there should be enough time for a nap on the train.
(11번) Ancestral Puebloans Homes에 관한 다음 내용을 듣고 일치하지 않는 것을 고르시오.
The ancestral Puebloans were people who lived in the American Southwest for more than 700 years, until the late 1200s. When we go on our field trip to the national park next week, we're going to see the remains of some of their homes. These homes are quite unique. They're actually built into the walls of cliffs. Some of the buildings are small, a single room, but others are huge. Cliff Palace, for example, has more than 150 rooms. When we go visit the Cliff homes, you're going to notice that the rooms and doorways are pretty small. We think that on average, people living back then were slightly shorter than people today.
(12번) 다음 표를 보면서 대화를 듣고 여자가 참가할 워크숍을 고르시오.
Yoga Center, how may I help you?
Yes, I'm interested in participating in one of your workshops.
Great. When exactly would you like to come?
The end of April would be best.
We have a number of excellent workshops. Are you doing it for teacher training?
Yes, definitely. I'm going to start teaching soon.
Well, there's a workshop teaching experts in Tampa on April 9th and 10th.
Experts? No, I'm not ready for that.
Okay. Well, the Teaching All Levels workshop is in St. Petersburg at the end of the month. That will be perfect for you.
That does sound good, but I can't get to St. Petersburg.
That's fine. We have the same workshop earlier in the month at a different location.
Great. Sign me up for that one.
(13번) 대화를 듣고 남자의 마지막 말에 대한 여자의 응답으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
I'm glad work's finally over.
Yes, thank God it's Friday.
Oh no, look at the weather.
It's pouring rain.
I'm going to get soaked.
Didn't you drive today?
No, I walked. It was nice this morning.
Didn't you see the weather forecast?
No, I don't think so.
It said it's going to rain all weekend.
Oh no, I had big plans.
Really? For what?
I was going to go for a long ride and try out my new bicycle.
(14번) 대화를 듣고 여자의 마지막 말에 대한 남자의 응답으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Hey, Jasmine.
Hi, Troy. What are you watching?
It's a baseball game. I suppose you're not a big sports fan.
Why do you say that? I love sports.
Oh, I'm sorry. You just didn't seem very excited when I mentioned baseball.
Well, to be honest, I really don't know all of the rules of baseball.
Yeah, it's pretty complicated. Well, there's also a soccer game on Channel 13.
Really? Now, soccer is a sport I know well. I used to play on my high school team.
I didn't know that you were an athlete. Shall I change the channel?
No, you don't need to. You can explain the rules to me, can't you?
(15번) 다음 상황 설명을 듣고 코치가 운동선수에게 할 말로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
A young athlete, a weightlifter, has trained very hard, but he's still not doing well in competition. He has tried to follow a perfect diet and spend more time training than any of his rivals. Despite the intense training, he still only manages to come in 5th or 6th place. Frustrated but not ready to quit, he vows that he will win one day. And finally, he does. He comes in 1st place. In this situation, what is his coach most likely to say to him?
(16번부터 17번까지는 2번 들려줍니다. 16번과 17번 다음을 듣고 물음에 답하시오.
Have you decided on a costume for the Halloween party?
Yes, I'm going to dress as an angel. How about you?
I'm going to go as a court jester.
That's a person who entertained kings, right?
Yes, they were popular in Europe in the Middle Ages. They acted silly and insulted people.
Yes, but how can you dress as one?
Well, many jesters wore a special hat. It had 3 floppy points, each with a bell on the end.
Was there a reason for wearing it?
Yes. The very first jesters would often dress up like a donkey to amuse the king.
So the hat is supposed to look like a donkey.
Yes. 2 of the points represent its ears, and the third one is the tail.
Oh, I see. What about the bells?
Those were just to make noise and make the jester seem even more foolish.
That will be a great costume.
다시 한번 듣겠습니다.
Have you decided on a costume for the Halloween party?
Yes, I'm going to dress as an angel. How about you?
I'm going to go as a court jester.
That's a person who entertained kings, right?
Yes, they were popular in Europe in the Middle Ages. They acted silly and insulted people.
Yes, but how can you dress as one?
Well, many jesters wore a special hat. It had 3 floppy points, each with a bell on the end.
Was there a reason for wearing it?
Yes. The very first jesters would often dress up like a donkey to amuse the king.
So the hat is supposed to look like a donkey.
Yes. 2 of the points represent its ears, and the third one is the tail.
Oh, I see. What about the bells?
Those were just to make noise and make the jester seem even more foolish.
That will be a great costume.
16번. 대화의 주제로 가장 적절한 것은? (17번) 코트 제스터에 관한 내용과 일치하지 않는 것은?